Hello and welcome back to Songs of Syx. We are gearing up for war today. The plan, when we last left off, we were expanding out some libraries and the like, but we had headed north and built us an Amoeban colony to the north to deal with the clay pits, the fisheries, and our massive new Globdian pasture, which has actually managed to settle us into a positive food growth spiral. First time for everything, right? We have the Dondorians to the south who are digging out a massive new mushroom farm. We have a bunch of nobles now, but we need to get access to gems in order to actually build them houses. And so we, to the east here, are setting up a little barricade to keep the Garamethes at bay. And we are going to dig out some houses here and set up some Garamethi slave pit homes for them to dig through the gems, the iron, very importantly. They can also start bringing out some coal, some still time gems, which the Dondorians would like. Stithillian ore? I don't actually know what this is for. I think it's just decorative. And all the other goodies and whatnots that we have down here. I am wondering if I should get them that metal or that metal. I guess this metal would be closer. Options. Options. But today, what I really wanted to make sure we were able to do, he says, suddenly realizing he's short on 20 houses, is get our armies up, because we have... Where are they? We have 4 fully trained archers, but 50 deployable. And we have 2 fully trained spare guard, but, I don't know, 26 deployable here. Deployable 34, deployable 50. So I think we have enough to take on the 20 Garamethi army to our east. And then I don't know how many people they'll have defending the actual city, but they only have 700 population in that. And once we get to break free from that, we get to also pick up the elves after, among, man, so many other things. We get access to all sorts of goodies, including access to the massive human kingdom to our south that we can start trading with. And they're going to really like us. So, let us let time pass, but also let us look at our housing problem here, because it does say Dondorians and humans are both short. Little Dondorian dwarf joke there, short, get it? They have a lot of homes, but the problem is that they have no jobs down here, and the Dondorians who don't have homes are trying to work in these clay pits to the north, where I don't want them working, but they really like digging clay, and I don't seem to be able to stop them from doing that. So, in the meantime, why don't I just solve the human housing problem instead? We have nobles coming up here. This is going to be our little dark fortress. So we could build a little human block here as well. So I think let's do that. Let's just stack a few more bonus houses in here. We don't have a lot of stone right now, but we will eventually. And 1, 2, 3. I think I'll push them like this. They're not letting me have any time to figure out if I'm building this the correct way, but that's okay. I like the challenge. Perfect. Humans just ready to have some new homes. That's all that's going on here. Eager for a place to sleep. Some nice entrances, yada yada yadas. And we'll clean them up like that. Great. The roads in and out of town so far doing well. I think our janitors are not having a problem. I realize this is set to 9 janitors right now, because I've got these on auto employ. And I ain't sure that's the right idea to be doing, but I suppose everything in due time. Our library has been sucking up a lot of the stone, but it's almost done. And our goal was like we were going to build a library so that we could get knowledge, so that we could get administratum, and with the administration we were going to unlock transports, caravans, so that we could trade stuff between our little mini outposts here. So all things cleaning up, getting smoother. I love that our plays have been very successful. People love watching this. There's a bunch of sick people in the audience just like passed out in the theater. Honestly, probably need some more benches. This seems like a pretty popular spot. Wouldn't hurt to give him a little bit more room. What's very funny is I don't think if they sit on the benches they can actually watch the performance, but I like the idea that it looks like they are. Deep down, that's all I'm going for. It's a couple guys like watching from the back. Gotta perform in the round. So how much do we want to... that's the realization here. The last thing we need to actually run the army is a ration maker. Ration maker turns bread. It can turn anything. Bread and herbs. Or food and booze. I didn't realize I needed the herbs. This is a shame because there's been herbs here the whole time and I could have been stockpiling them. We could have been stockpiling them. I am pretty sure a ration maker makes noise, so I can't have it too close to these guys. I might have to build walls along here to cut down this noise as well. Though I think if I've built this out of grand wall, that will stop the noise from coming in. It sort of looks like that's the case right now. Herbs, 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 herbs. So I talked about maybe putting some farm territory down here because this is all like really bad foundation, right? And now I'm like, if I maybe built a ration maker here, I could build like an herb garden here to block the noise. And I do believe that would work. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's just grab one like the carpenter, but we'll turn it to ration making. And I'll give him a 3 road here so that he's got a little bit extra maybe. Where's the storage on you? There. Okay, so we're going to tack you in there. We're going to build a dirt road out here. Here. It's our yearly report. We're actually making money now, which is great. Well, we lost a lot of stone, but everything else is fine. And that is to be expected, given everything. There are little bits of road here that we never finished connecting in. Okay. Ah, herb farm needs to be unlocked. 20 innovation. I don't love that, but I think it is doable. Oh, the gem mine also needs to be unlocked. Well, we're going to need... There's no way around it. We're going to need some herbs. Moisture down here is 5%. That might need some work. 34%. All right, that's a little bit better. Production on this farm would be terrible, though. We need herbs first. We demand something to smoke. Oof. What that? 0.75. 10 farmers. The soil is really good, but the moisture is really bad. Now, obviously, like, I could bring down some moisture. I just don't know that I'm going to need a lot of herbs, so I think this is okay. I'm willing to give that the shot and just see how it turns out. It's going to need 83 herbs just to build it, so. And then you, sir, will be storing the rations. That's correct. Lots of potential immigrants are flooding our land. Right. We have massive immigration speed. So if we want to increase our population, we can do that right now. But the biggest problem is we don't actually have any stone. Pray tell, what if we were to maybe just like tack on other stone workers for the moment? Because I feel like these Dondorians should be working in the south and they ain't. Furthermore, I have a bunch of animals to sell. So let's unpause you and let you strip out all the animals. Sir Dragon Lair. Let's find you someone who looks like a good Sir Dragon Lair. Oh, this guy looks like he could lay some. I like that his first name is just Sir. Talk about bringing down the moisture. 83 herbs. Yeah, we might have to ship in the first collection of that. Let's put this on pause again. Put that on pause again. And yeah, let's see. Maybe we can just buy like 100 to boost us. Get the herb garden started. You only have 25 herbs. Oh, wow. That would cost me 163,000. Never mind. I will not buy that from you. Damn. Son. I certainly should have been picking these much earlier. We're going to struggle to get rations off the ground if that's the case. One option for this would be to demand rations then, perhaps. 30,000 worth of rations. Is that crazy? I think it is, but that would also solve the problem. I gotta make sure that our people are not eating rations. That they are only being used on the road. And I guess this is just going to take a couple of seasons to actually make the herb farm. It's okay, I guess everything is going a little bit slow right now, so. We are short on workforce. I don't feel like we should be. I think it's because they have so many. Oh, that's cool. The masons, when they have like no stone to dig, they come out here and they just start digging through the tunnels. Oh, I actually love that. I think I'm going to hire more Dondorians. I think that's finally what time it is. Get another 10 of those guys in here. Would be good. Do the mountain rooms not need supports? We're gonna find out. They do when you turn them into things like mushroom farms, but if you think about it, like this is a massive room with no supports. This is a huge room with no supports. So I think until you actually build a room inside of it, it doesn't matter. These are dwarves down here, yeah. So we have dwarves that live in the caves, we have humans that live in the town, and then we have lizard folk that live on the coast. And soon we'll have bug people who are living in these caves over here. Trying to keep everybody separate right now, which is challenging. 5 more furniture for the library. That's nice to see. I wonder if I shouldn't consider increasing the size of this woodcutter as well. Now that we actually have like food coming in, we can afford to have more people woodcutting. Let's finish building this library. Everything else is being built out of stone. Oh, all the nobles are taking all the furniture too. Oh yeah, okay, we have a bunch of like trees set to be chopped down. Yeah, the problem is that I have only 17 odd jobbers. That number went back up a lot considering I didn't do anything. Ah, it's fall. Yeah, okay, so it's like when the when summertime hits, basically, and all the farming needs to be done, there's a massive increase in workforce jobs. And then that pulls back in the fall for at least a little while, I guess, until harvesting season. This library is going to cause a major spike in jobs. There's, I think, 25 jobs in there. Sugar. This needs to be only humans. Keep forgetting to set our houses. Yeah, they're moving in. All the bakers, the herders. Shouldn't be. Oh yeah, I guess, right. We have southern animals too. The Globdians are all run by the Amoebans, which is nice. Stockfisher lizard in here inspecting What's going on? Our noble lizard. Master of the Globdian pastures. Wow, there's so many of these little turtle guys. 84 Globdians in that pasture. Yeah, no wonder we're making so many eggs. But it's good. Means our people are keeping busy. Yeah, I want to increase this woodcutter a lot. These herbs isn't enough to harvest anything. This job will come active. Will be ripe in late summer. We picked about 21. So it's going to take like 3 years before that herb farm comes online at least. So the dwarven sub-colony. Yeah, and we do have the lizardmen. Yeah. We have quite a colony. We have like 86 lizardmen. We almost have as many lizards as we do Dondorians. So they come out here. They like fish. They're gathering us, I want to say substantial amounts of fish, but we really consume quite a lot. The lizard people live also in just absolute opulence. like their all of their stuff is way better decorated than any other parts of the population. The lizards are super racist, so we have to give them a lot to make them happy. They don't like the fact that they live among so many humans. All right. I'm ready to test it. I'm going to do a quick save in here, and I'm going to see if we can form an army. Can't use a garrison to attack. How do I... It's been a while. Armies. Recruit Army 1. Add... Have your city troops join this. Recruit. Conscripts. Yeah, we don't have any conscripts. Not enough supplies to send out. Fill up your warehouses with essential army supplies. I need 255 rations and 100 clothes. For general health, initial supplies of 8 days must be met. Must be available in warehouses and will be sent to the armies automatically. I have 8 clothing. Proximity to raw materials is poor. That's because we have no fabric. And we have no fabric because our weavers have no fiber. And we have no fiber because we only have a single onyx pasture. And we built a second set of weavers, and they are somehow using an insane amount more than they used to. Oh, you know why? Because we created a noble master of weavers. Wow, man, this really jumps how much you create. Even the master of masonry, it seems to be... Wow, yeah, I didn't realize this. So I just added like 10 stone cutting jobs, but because of the master of masonries, we never adjusted for that. There's actually so many more stone cutting jobs that need to be added here. Like maybe 50? Well, the good news is this is going to pour all the Dondorians back into the caves. Okay, whatever it's at right now is good. 45. It's plus 15. So that's enough to now start making the stone workers work again. The grain farms are making crazy amounts of grain. Net 255. Our bakers are at max. So, I mean, I could make more bread, but we really don't need to. What we could make with all this grain is a brewery. Turns pottery, charcoal, and grain into the booze that we like to drink. Is what it done do. And we make pottery right now. Let's say if you were, that was a road, that was where you would go. I could make that work. It's a bit of a weird system, but we can make that work. Charcoal, grain, and I'd probably bring another hauler up here for pottery. We're not making enough pottery right now, but all things in due time, I suppose. Okay. Last time I played the nobles seemed super op. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot like quite exactly how much they really added. And the answer is a lot. There's so many things we need right now. This also doesn't solve the problem of I don't have enough with the onyx pasture. I think is like up here next it would be. I would like to make probably a stone fence here. Because this is like a natural grain farm, foraging farm, and I just like the idea of that existing. Maybe we could just do the centers in, give it a bit of a round. In fact, we do that. That's a bit nicer. It's natural grain farm to the north. We could definitely plant something like opiates in here, or herbs, depending on what we need. Or we could just leave this as like a little secondary commune. I don't mind that either. Farmer commune. Doc, hello. I didn't see you sneak in there. You're a wizard. How is Project Elf going along? Do we have some? We have to go through the Garamithis before we can get the elves. So right now, we need to get our clothing up to 100 stockpiles. And then we can get them. So I need more onks. This whole area, basically all of this yellow stuff, I want to leave this open for the Dark Castle. This pump goes down here. I guess what I could do is I could set up another pump here, which I probably will need. So you know what? We could assume that this is canals. In fact, I think we could probably just say this is canals. They don't have to build it anytime soon, just whenever they get around to it. Which would mean that... I mean, it's all good soil up here, so I'm not going to worry about that. It mostly just needs to be moisture for the animals. I would prefer that mostly be Globdians, but I do not think we gonna have an immediate choice in that matter. This road is meant to be 4 wide. So I might actually cut off some of this. I'm suddenly realizing. Because that's the outside of that road? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be here. So we'd lose a little bit of the natural grain farm. But nothing too serious. Nothing too serious. Guess what worries me is about, like, how big did we build this? I feel like this was 45 by 45. 46 by 44, which is just huge. This was just insanely oversized, but also great maximum size. You know what's really funny is technically that gate should be up here. But I think if I refurbish this, all the creatures become babies again. I am pretty certain that's the case. So this is going to take an absurd amount of wood, but it will solve our ox problem, and that'll be nice. I think 800 wood. Let's be casual about that. Let's be chill about that. Definitely gonna need some more humans. Like, maybe up here. Yeah, I do think this is going to have to be a little mixed commune here. A little farming village. So perhaps, like, they get a tiny market. Yeah, because if there's a market there, there's a market there. I think it's gonna have to be. Because, like, also this fishery is going to have to move up a little bit so that a pump can get in here. Always wondered what husbandry had to do with being a husband. I think Agent's planning on convincing someone to move in using an army. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Inviting the bourgeois to visit. Something like that. It's something like that. So I kind of want to... Yeah, they have the well and they have the hearth. I think what I want to do is I want to put a little, like... Let's put this just in planning mode right now. Put in, like, a little speaker. And then just like a single food stall, a single market stall. Because this isn't exactly like a big town or nothing here. Ain't gotta be nothing fancy. We could certainly add in another hearth. I kind of like that. Maybe a well on that side as well. There is nowhere to poop up here. Ain't got nowhere to poop up here. Five services. I mean, it feels a bit big. But I suppose if there's going to be a small town here, it certainly could be allowed. That kills the insulation, really? Wow. We're made out of stone. Alright, so this would all be pathed. And I guess probably like a path down here at least as well. That would be pathed. That would be pathed. This ends up being road on this side also. For sure. Is there anything else I might just need in this to make it complete? Could do a little mini shrine. Yeah. I don't mind the shrine being in town. It's not that far away. Alright. Well, I'm going to be activating all this then. Continue to add on more jobs that are just like... Alright, the humans are 5 houses short. The Dundorians are 2, but that's looking okay. That's looking okay. I'd argue it's just that they want to be in places that they can't reach. We have a super excess of grain right now. But that's what the brewery is for, if it ever gets built. Alright, we're gonna suspend the noble houses for a little bit. Because they're eating up all my furniture, and I need that furniture for everything else. We could also just like... Everybody's currently set to 2 close, 3 close. So why don't I just pull them back down? We'll let the amoebans have what they want, but... We'll pull everybody else back down to 2 and see if that helps us stockpile a little bit here. We should be making more pottery, but the problem is that we make all this clay and it doesn't get moved. Because we don't have the logistics. But what we could do with this room here is fill it with haulers. Yes, yes. For fabric. And for clay. Sure. We'll try that, because I think this might help fix our problems. This might help fix some of our problems. Not all of them. But a little bit. Inviting the cute anime waifus to bless us with their presence. When I first saw this game, it felt like super complicated and the vibe didn't give me Chio-like, but now I feel like I should play it. I mean, it's real good, man. Truly, I can't recommend it enough. So this guy, like, primarily actually wants to pull from this warehouse, which is nuts. And this guy wants to pull fabric out of this warehouse. Currently, they're on auto-employ. I don't know how I feel about that. Because I feel like they could hire a disgusting amount of people if I leave them doing that. But it might be okay. That will definitely help the pottery industry. We need 800 wood. All those trees. All these trees. All these trees. All those trees. You store wood here? Yeah, you store a little bit. It's good because I do need that wood to build palisades and stuff out of as well. So the land is at least cleared for these onks. I think want one person ever working. Tourism 53 denarii. Ah, we still made money this year. And we're doing really good on everything else. Something we could do is actually trade herbs. Not herbs, grain. My brain. Can I offer way more than that? No, that's all they'll buy. All right. Okay, and it does look like our clothing stockpile is starting to go up now that we limited how much clothing people can have. I will need to buy more rations. I like how they're selling me the rations I'm going to use to invade them. It's a clever move, if I may say so myself. I wonder, do they also have more spears to give me? Because we could use more of them. They have 30 spears. They have 1 plate mail. I guess I'll buy that as well. Oh no, that's me. Demand. They have 84 spears. Those will be more expensive. They do have some shields as well. And they do have some armor. Don't sell them the metal. Bread, meat, bricks, and stone. And a whole lot of money. Except. So I'm buying all of their weapons and armor. Which I will then use to turn on them. Buying all of their ration stockpile as well. We're definitely going to need to increase the rations here. So that they have somewhere to live. Wow, that really filled up fast. Okay. Forgot how fast rations fill up. It's good. We're halfway to the herb field. Ah, cool. Our library is also up and running here now. So this has just pulled a lot of people from it. In terms of jobs. In fact, so much so that I'm gonna need to build new houses. Ain't no question about it. We're gonna need another house section down here. How tight do I want that to be? Probably not that tight, hey? Go with that. But I'm happy to build this as a pretty big mega block. Yeah, I won't go too fancy here. And we'll just go like that. Like that, perhaps. That. Great. Activate that. Are we the baddies? Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's any question about that at this point. That's another, what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's another 60 houses for humans only. Wow. We have a lot of children. We have like 100 children in here. In fact, we have so many humans that our native population is like through the roof. Yeah, we might have to just like hire some immigration to fill these roles. I guess once these houses come in. Clothing, man. All right, maybe we can buy some. I want to see two things because there is 166 for fabric, 149 for cotton. So I might as well just buy fabric if that's the case. How much for clothing? 201 for clothing. I mean, that's not a lot more. But it is a pretty substantial bit right now when I don't have any money. Nope. You're not getting those weapons back. You can have that clay. Sure. Nice. This plan worked with the hauler. Now they've hired 6 haulers to bring enough clay down here to make the pots, but the potters are working like non-stop now. Well, look at this. Our mushroom farm is also getting dug out. Is this getting dug out? Not at all. They are working on the walls down here, though, which is good because we're going to need those in place eventually. A couple new homes for these humans. And I tell you, can we get administration now? 50 knowledge. I have 14 knowledge. This is going to produce 30 knowledge. I think I'm just going to put the library on pause, to be honest. Because it sounds like I need 2 libraries to get an administration. So I think we'll work for something like that instead. Survived the heat and thunderstorms this weekend. How about you guys? I got myself a pretty good tan. Got myself a little bit of heat going. The fact that we spent 5 months eating random travelers for food and constantly purging foreign races like 40k characters made it kind of obvious. I mean, we weren't eating people for food, for the record. We didn't resort to cannibalism, though we did come pretty close. We did hit the point where we were like, okay, everybody starves until there's less people eating all the food, though. I really missed the entrance there, I guess. We'll build that path. That path. Just tidy up these little dirt roads while we're at it. I don't actually know if you need to build these dirt roads. I don't know if building these dirt roads into houses is even good for you. But it does feel like something we should be doing. Consumption. Oh, interesting. If you have herbs, you can reduce the cost of this significantly. But if you don't have herbs, you can still make rations. So that's what I'll do for now. That drops us down much more reasonably. Hey neighbor, I have someone here at my border claiming to know you. He's a fellow that goes by the name of Emma Blackeye. Looks kind of funny if you ask me. He says you owe him stuff and I promise to mediate. Here is the list. If you don't pay the ransom, the neighbor's allowed for free passage. I am going to decline that offer. Looks like we're going to be getting another warm-up fight, dudes. Fighting a bandit. Emma Blackeye, 94 power with 41 soldiers. Oh god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This could be messy. This could be a messy one. Oh, you have slaves. Interesting. I'll just take the money right now. Where is this trade caravan coming from? Looks like it was coming from my territory, but it's carrying jewelry. And it is heading like across the map to Paloxio. Weird. I'm not trying to think about that too much. Well, this will be a good test. I'll tell you what. Fully trained 5. And we have what, 114 bows? These guys need 250. Oh, we make like 1 bow a day. That's it. Oh, we don't make any bows if we don't have any leather. Which we need to hunt these guys for. Hunt everything out here. I could change the hunters to hunt for leather. But right now we're not producing enough meat for that. We've also like just introduced a lot more population into the city, so like suddenly I'm watching my food stockpiles begin to dwindle again, which is not good. We weren't eating them for food. Forgets to mute Mike. We were eating them for fun. Went into the cabin this weekend with 7 people. Came out with 6 and a leg. Oh, we ate much more than just 3/4 of a person. Since we didn't pay our neighbor, they have allowed for free passage of Emma Black Eye. Muster them in. Now, can I see them on the map? I don't think I can. We are still trading charcoal. An enemy host stands gathered east of the city preparing for an assault. They will attack at any moment. Our scouts report 41 soldiers. So they don't send out every soldier because like us, I guess they don't have all of them actually prepared for battle. But we're going to march out and fight them. So they have... These are our guys. These are our spear guard. 52 to 51% trained. That's actually not too bad for these dudes. And they have 1.7 out of 2 spears each. That's pretty good. 61 power. Our archers are at like 26% trained. Not as great. They had 48 power. And the enemy has archers wearing plate mail, 20 power. And then the Unbreakables, which are spear-wielding leather guard, which are very well equipped, but not super trained. Okay. We have the advantage, but it's, I'm going to be real, it's not by a lot. The numbers aren't super good. But they gon' have to do. Good in melee, good against projectiles. Stay loose for now, because they have a lot of archers. See what they do. What worries me is that their archers have plate mail. Oh, I didn't know you could... Can you break into 2 formations? I don't think so. These guys had way, I felt like had way more strength. 50. They have 20 and 20. We have 50 and 60. Ooh, boy, this is close. That plate mail is going to be what makes or breaks us. All right, let's see how these guys do. Aiming. Firing. Reloading. Firing. Reloading. I think one nice thing is we did pick up a lot of shields. All right, you guys better get into tight formation. These archers are like way out there right now. Very hard for me to tell who is who in this fight. I think we're actually back on to quite a few of them, but I also feel like maybe we should not be shooting our own guys. Oh, no, you know what? We are very much... We charged past them, and now we have our backs. You guys have gotten a kill. You've gotten a kill. They broke? Awesome. Very good. Most of them are broken. Only like 1 or 2 remain right now. All right. Back to loose formation. And then let's move you guys up to like here. And then you guys need to start marching up. You guys got to start shooting. Yeah, so these guys are going to get like kind of picked at with arrows right now. Hopefully these guys can take some shots on these dudes. I mean, I'm hearing arrows go. Let's form our formation here, and then we're gonna charge and attack. So, I mean, this is good. They have no melee training. I don't think we're hitting jack with these archers right now, though. Let's move way up. What's also sick, all these archers are wearing plate mail, so if we do kill a bunch of them, we're going to get a bunch of plate mail. Now. Ooh, okay. Well, we just took some shots there for sure. But at this range, hopefully we can actually return fire. Aiming. Aiming. Firing! Yeah! Killed one. So these immortals, they are formation attack. They were exhausted, taking casualties. They've lost 2. They've killed nobody. We've killed 2. We've taken some injuries, but I don't know that we've lost anybody. These guys look like they're for sure breaking. 25 injuries. We're at 10. Yeah, we're definitely winning this. I don't know if there's any way to just like get more up in their grill. They broke. They broke. So we're going to come over here. Reform our formation. We are still peppering these guys with arrows, doing like an archer trade here. We are losing some archers out of this fight. But no. Charge! Oh, that was such a whiff. Well, we whiffed that so bad. You guys probably need to not fire at will. But maybe you could come up here. I guess what would have been reasonable would have been to like get behind them and charge them in the back. Victory! We lost 2 guys. They lost 41. Huge victory. Huge victory. This is a bandit army. that came to try and fight us. The enemy is beaten. Spoils from the battlefield will soon arrive. Do you wish to accept the captives, or should we release them? We get 19 spears, 20 bows, 20 plate mail, 20 leather, and 20 of our first employees. Our employees who do not have a place to live. Wait, actually, there is a spot. The once mighty Emma the Black lies dead at your feet, O mighty one. This will send a powerful message through all of Syx. In addition, his personal treasury has been found and looted by our men. A total of 300,000 denarii was found and transported to our treasury. Well, I have fantastic news. I can now buy the rest of their wares. Can I? That's very expensive. Ah, I see. As you start to run out, it gets way more. So let's buy you like 60 of those. You have plate mail for sale for like the same price as leather armor, so I'm just going to buy some of that. I'm going to buy a bunch of clothing because I can use that to invade you. $100,000. Fantastic. The guild doesn't know what they're signing. Fools! Jokum, hello. Welcome. Now, that said, I bought all those slaves, but I don't know where they've gone. I am ever so confused as to it. Oh, the brewery is up and running. Unavailable fruit. Well, that's because you're using the wrong thing. Let's make the booze we're meant to make. And we'll make it out of pottery, and we'll make it out of coal, and we'll make it out of whatever that is. And there's 24 of you working, which is way too many. That's where the rest of my population went. But this piva is what both the Dondorians and the humans want to be drinking. So that's fantastic. And now once all this clothing and weaponry arrives, we can suit up our army. Plate mail and stuff is showing up right now. It's mostly that 100 clothing that we need. Yeah, we are still producing quite well, which is nice. And this seems to be going relatively smoothly down here. As does this automated export of coal. I don't know why you're working. And the animal trader cannot work. The Lord works in mysterious ways. I don't think that ever actually goes high enough, so I'm going to set that to like 90. I don't know. I guess the thing is, he could just start pulling in every single piece of that livestock right now, and it's not really an issue. So I'm going to let him just go ham. Okay. Quick save. My dudes, let's try it. Army. Have your city troops join. It will take them a while to get all the supplies that they need to actually join this fight. But let's let them do that. It's also going to cause our city to have all sorts of wacky problems. Because we're going to run out of jobs as everybody leaves the city to join the army. That's okay. They have all the clothes. They have all the rations. They have no spears, no bows, and most of them have not joined. Ah, the guys who are fully trained have joined. Interesting. 9 guys are not going to be enough to intercept this army, so... I do need to know, will only the fully trained guys go out? It's been a while. Join or die. That's pretty much the vibe. Hey, the pool is running low on water. Shouldn't be. We haven't added anything extra to it. I guess we can always add a 9th guy on. Why not? Why not? Everybody is nice and happy in the village. Health is still good. Housing is a problem. You know, we do have consistent problems, but as we start conquering stuff also, a lot of these problems are going to start shoring themselves up. Human child caretaker. I do wonder also about building like a builder over here. Which is called a workstation? A marker you put down which can employ builders. Perform the same way odd jobbers do, but can handle far away job sites. Yeah. That's fine. So as we start having... It's just a way to, like, tell odd jobbers to work in specific locations. Is there strobe light? I didn't realize we use child labor. No, we don't. We have a daycare in town that takes care of, like, 21 of our children, but we have about a lot more than that. We have about a lot more than that. We have 100 children of humans. Dundorians don't make humans, and we have 25 amoebans. So, honestly, like... The amoebans need a replica of this building just for their neighborhood. But they can't have that because currently there's no space. Unless I decide to build out those walls, which... I could do, but I don't really know how much bigger I want that little mini city to get. I don't want them getting the wrong idea, you know? So can I only add completely fully trained guys into my army? I'm getting the vibe that that's the case. According to this, also, I've brought out no bows. Strength of 11. Oh no, oh no. Oh, oh, oh. Didn't mean to do that. I was trying to collect those guys. Strength of 25, yeah. Plot of a dystopian book you read. Tested at birth, genetically predisposed for greatness, to go to daycare, get educated. The rest get sent to the fields and the mines. Right, these guys are refortified. Oh, I could just hire some guys. Dance of Syltheon. Initial cost 77k, upkeep 20k. I mean, I could definitely afford you. You're 200 strength? Oh man, maybe I should just hire some mercenaries then. Stored. Consuming soldiers 10. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I'm an idiot. Army supply depot. This is why nothing is being sent out. You need to build these buildings so that people can actually supply the army. I totally forgot that this was a thing that existed. And obviously, nothing can get to my army unless I do this. The good news is I've just hired a bunch of mercenaries. So I think I'm going to disband these two divisions. And I'm just going to have these guys go kill them. This doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem. Oh, yeah. Do I need to, like, go to war with you? Declare war. Betrayal. The forces trembled before our might and ran before our engagement. We hunted down some and plundered their baggage train. We found prisoners. A few Garamithi captives. We will capture them and lose chivalry. And then we will attack their army again. And then we will attack their city. Because their army seems to be completely disbanded. I mean, we have enough money to pay these guys for quite some time. I could probably use them to capture a few groups. I say, but this place is pretty big, so... we are going to start starving out this capital. An expensive use of mercenaries, but the use that we will use. I'm going to fell all those trees. Really need some more odd jobbers. I think in general, because there's lots of trees and stuff that need to get killed. Wow, I didn't realize those mercenaries would be quite so effective. What is the strength of their army? 109, I guess? Yeah, all right. We're going to have to besiege them probably for a little while. But I do suspect that'll be a fight. At least I certainly hope it will be. We're doing pretty good on stone again, so I would like to work on the roads. If this is something we could afford to do. I'd like to start getting that stuff fixed up. Where we can. And I guess there. And I guess... well, that's the major road, and... this guy is meant to be the other major road. Which is funny, because it's just ridiculously designed. Doesn't make any sense. But I'd say that's my city in a nutshell. So that's a lot of stonework going in. Okay, we almost actually have enough wood for that. And I do guess more people are starting to train now, too. I reckon I'm probably going to want to start making more of this. You give us peace. I am beaten? Decline. I am beaten. How am I beaten? Your army has 4 people in it, and I am sieging your city and starving you out. What are you, drunk? Besiege time, 4%. I have to besiege them for 18 days. After a day of siege, the defenders will start dying. After full years, they will all be dead. Well, off you go then. Yeah, I'm gonna build some more archery ranges here too. Or actually, don't do that. Do that. Something like that. So our cities are thrumming with activity. Aha, our odd builders have dug out the first of the homes. Oh, actually, they've dug out a few more than just the first. I'm gonna let them keep digging because there's a lot to kind of get set up there. Get triggered by the name of the guild. It's either the guild or D-guild. Don't make it Dinglish. I think there's a lot of Dinglish in this game. OG Virginia has too many people in politics. Companies from there, no thanks. West Virginia, beautiful state if you don't like people and like low cost of living. I mean, that's pretty good. Those are pretty good perks. Les Gilles de l'Agence. Sieges have, in fact, taken a long time, yeah. Can you have more cities? So you can have like mini cities on this map, and then you can set up administrative systems. So like I can take over this city and make them serve me. And there are buildings you can build there. It's just, it's different. For example, these guys actually make gems, which is really nice. They make gems and coal. Yeah, look at this. Already over half of the defenders have starved. They're down from 109 to 42. Yay! Our first army supply depot. Unavailable livestock. Oh, that's because I have this expert depot set up, isn't it? Yeah. Probably. Or that got built. No, that's not built, so. So let's start bringing up livestock here. You give us peace. We give you peace. So I probably want this one to be basic supplies. And I probably want this one to be swords, spears, shields, and bows. Because that's all I'm using right now. Now, I don't even think they need this many traders on them. But they'll change it based on workload. Mercenaries also don't require anything. Nice! The herb farm. So we're going to be able to start farming herbs. This has just turned blue, which leads me to believe I can beat them. You will lose about 105 men and inflict about 8 casualties. Wow, I still can't actually win that. That's crazy that 8 defenders can take out 105 guys, but I guess if they still have walls, it's possible. Can you win this game? Technically, yeah, you can conquer everything, but the winning is more about, like, have you set out and achieved your goals? Our goals are enslavement. We might be evil. We might be just a little bit evil. Alright, this is also meant to be a key road north. And I think it's time we do that. Start setting that up properly. I feel like let's put you there and there. Like there and there and now there and there. Might do a big statue here. I think I will. So that they understand who's in charge. All right. 4 guys left. I'll wait another day, man. I don't mind. It's not really a good reason to lose all of our mercenaries, so... I guess these statues can also start being put on down these ways. Yeah, there are a bunch underground already, so... Almost done digging out that mushroom farm that I'm sure will produce us like 1 mushroom a day. You have recently built the other army supply depots. Okay, those are both good. We have a handful of odd jobbers. We got humans short on housing, but there are houses around, so I just don't know where they want to be working. I do think I probably need them up here somewhere, especially once this ox pasture comes in. They're going to want some spots. Yeah. Yum mushrooms. If there's a victory condition, or if I can win specifically. Wow. Shots fired, I suppose? I feel like I might as well have a road that goes all the way around here. You know what? Maybe some nice trees. Oh good, I made this uneven. That's fun. That's not going to drive me crazy. Not one bit. No sir. Not at all. Nope. Definitely not. It's fine. That's totally fine. Flowers. You're getting a double path now because I've caused myself to be a fool. And I guess we'll fill in the rest of that dirt as well. All right, so that's enough for them for right now. I guess, sorry, I probably should also just like add in a few nice houses up here. I like the idea that everyone kind of has like detached homes in this place. They're not all like, you know, that guy's a little bit off the road, but it's all like private housing. Yeah. Is it efficient? No. But these are also going to be allowed for mostly anybody. Those have to be Amebans because they need to be running the fishery, but the rest of these could be humans. They could be Dondarians that want to work up in the clay mines for all I care. They can figure out their own stuff. Hooray! The city of Guild is captured. What shall be done? Enslave the population? And ship the healthiest specimens to the capital as slaves. 122 Garamethi, 39 Amebans, and 3 elves. Devastation, death, chivalry. No chivalry. Take full control of this region. Install a puppet regime. A new faction will be created which will be indebted to you. We're going to occupy. So the guild, you can see now, is part of our territory. And now we have access to Novister, Hortzvrut, and Travgrad. So I want to talk to these guys immediately and set up a trade offer. You're not getting the guild. You're not getting any of this, dude. I will pay you a lot of money. Eggs, that. I won't give you that. I'll give you that. I won't give you that, or that, or that. None of that, none of that, none of those. All right, so we'll work on this. We can build an emissary and we can start doing things like flattering them, which will increase their opinion of us and make them more willing to trade. Right now, they particularly don't like us because our chivalry is really bad from conquering the guild. And the guild, we can now build things in. Squeeze this settlement for what it's got, instantly deliver goods, but devastate the region, upsetting the population. There are all sorts of stuff we can do in here. First things first is we do need to build a city hall. It's going to take some of our government points, of which we have 7, it seems like. And we probably need to like reduce the tax level here, which I can never remember how to do. This city is also the entrance into the Dark Fortress, so we could do something like build walls, barracks, guard posts. I like the idea of a barracks because then we can conscript Garthemi soldiers. What else do they do well here? They do gem mines. But I don't think I'm actually good enough to build out of here yet. So we're going to need a good population is what we're going to end up needing. Slave the starved out people. Oh, we enslaved some of the city. There was like 600, 700 people in the city, and we starved out half of them. Border guard is an outpost that enforce your local garrisons throughout the realm. I mean, you are a border guard. You ain't wrong in that. Well, I do think I'm going to need humidifiers here because this is meant to be a Garthemi settlement. Oh, man, I'm really limited on what I can build, though. But we don't have a lot of administration yet. I don't think I have access to gems. Look, I'm just going to build this to start. Maybe. What are you? Bank, humidifier, law, workers guild, tax office, physician, police, garrison, barracks, walls. I have 5 workforce, 2 gov points. They just produce nothing of value except for coal and gems, of which we already make. Yeah, the realistic thing is like the barracks and the guard post, I think. Aha, that can be upgraded. So I'd get a little garrison of bug guys. Or I'd get conscripts come in more regularly. I see. If I built that, they would be a lot less upsetty spaghetti. So that number's going to go down. Persecution, exile, massacre, loyalty. Target population is 886. That gives me a much higher target, which lets more people live in here. Citizens of the guild, you are now my meat wall. I meant treasured citizens. I think I'm going to build them humidifiers. Because from what I remember, yeah, you need to have government points, and you also need to have just like population. We'll boost population capacity. This will boost loyalty for Garithemi, which is what I want. That makes no taxes. That just adds a garrison. It doesn't seem to actually affect any of the other things. Nobody really likes that. Nobody really cares that much about that. Land clearance does let you have more population. But no, man, this is meant to be my bug city, so I'm gonna do that. That's what we're gonna build there. And give autonomy, abandoned region, info, nothing out of the ordinary is having effect. Opposition. Where do I set their tax rate? Havens. Emissary points, my capital. We're allowing tourism. Economy, trade, tech, rating, status, player. Oh yeah, Stubby the Skull Lord. All right, we'll figure it out. In the meantime, while I'm paying these guys, they might as well come down here and enslave these Talapians as well. This is a free city, so I feel like you need to leave guys in there. I'm trying to remember all the details of how the militaries work, and it is complicated. Chat, what is my purpose? Agent, you bully me? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty accurate. I don't love it, but it... All the defenders died of hunger, so I ask again, what people? If the defenders are dead, starving, I would expect citizens mostly the same. I mean, it is a bit surprising that the guard will be fed after the everybody else, but... Ooh. Shoot Sword has an enemy host here of 111 troops. And they are better than us, and I bet you they're archers. So I'm going to send these mercenaries possibly into their death. Which is fine. Which is a possibility. Oh, amazing. They're just spear guards. They're not very well trained. There is 111 of them, though. But we are Dondorians that are extremely well equipped and extremely poorly trained. I didn't realize that. Huh. All right, well. The more you know, I suppose. Can I just tell you guys to, like, march? Not really. I mean, look, man, if these mercenaries die, this is just because I'm attacking a free city. A free city shouldn't invade. It's my understanding of them. Brother, where the hell are you going? I want to charge you. Charge! And then attack. We've looped a bit around them, though not very well. They are feeling outmatched. Should we reform our formation here and then maybe charge again? Okay. Dondorians are really sturdy fighters, so even if they're less trained, they are certainly better than elves in combat. Exhaustion numbers, taking casualties, feeling outmatched, battle weariness. Formation is intact. Green. Numbers supplied, well supplied. 298 versus 177 in power. We've killed one. We're not doing a lot of damage. Okay, I'm gonna reset our formation here and see if we can charge them. Not quite so effective. Killed two. We're taking casualties, feeling outmatched, battle weariness. I mean, I feel like our slightly wider formation is better here. What's this other option? When soldiers are in position, they'll break it and go chasing enemy soldiers and rioters. Morale will be very weak. I think let's just like whittle them down a little bit. We've killed two. They've killed zero. Formation seems to be better overall. I think basically these mercenaries don't have any military training, so they're really bad at actually landing their blows. So this is more a training exercise than it is anything else. We have higher experience, which is nice. But again, this is also just like a merc army. Bullying, such a strong term. Let's tell it, taking the piss. Schadenfreude, yeah. Looking at the battle and the formation is not better. The concept of formation seems more like a concept. I mean, it's something, that's for sure. We've killed 4. They've killed 1. I mean, maybe if I make it less of a wide battle. I do feel like our wider formation to envelop them would be good. If I could split a second army off to, like, hammer this anvil, obviously it would be best. We've killed 7 now to 1. Yeah, all right. Well, we're definitely winning this. It's just going to take some time. We just got to grind it through a little bit. I do wonder about, like, if I charge. No, they get upsetty. Because I think they get a better bonus from formation being intact. They are also, the enemy is way more exhausted than we are. Yeah, we're 10 to 1 right now. Da 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 da. Just smacking each other. Smacking each other with wooden spears. Oh? Charge! Right? I don't know where they're going right now. Are they bracing? I mean, our guys are exhausted, so I can't imagine that charge is great, but it is probably good for morale. They've still only killed 1 guy, and I've now killed 17. Okay, yeah. And now we're fighting a much wider battle, too, which is, means it'll go faster. Huzzah! We lost 2, they lost 111. Good fight. Good fight. Good fight, everybody. I love these Dondorians. Let's capture 24 Talapis. And then go besiege their town. Yeah, we have this huge caravan of slaves coming back here too, which is nice. The city of Hootsort is captured, my lord. We will enslave vast quantities of people. I don't need to loot it. And we will occupy what's rest. Do I need to enslave it? You know what? I only get Talapi from this. Yeah, why not? I did say the purpose of this run was to enslave as many people as possible, so... The city of Hootsort is ours. Now, I have no government points, so I can't actually run this city. You've taken Tunja. Population is declining in Hootsort. So I'm just going to park an army here. I am Jallywar, Supreme Reader of Palaxo. I am your neighbor, and I welcome you to my lands. I wish you a pleasant and hopefully peaceful stay. Please accept this humble gift. We give you $26 and a bunch of eggs. I will accept. Furthermore, Palaxo, you are quite a large faction. You are not liked enough for this faction. A minimum of 1.5 is required. All right, we'll work on the rest. So there's this huge human faction to the south here, and then Palaxo, the lizard faction, are these guys over here. Ah, actually, we can get to Novister from the guild. Interesting. They have an army here of 34. We gotta sort out our administration problems, because that's gonna be the next big step, I think, for us. So we do need, that means another library. Yeah. Because we need the population to get the admin building. Oh my god, this is so close to being done. We have a bunch more training rooms now as well for archers. Furthermore, we'll start having troops come in. Spoils. So I must have slaves, but they must exist as like an item or something right now. Which is a weird way to phrase it, but I think that's the case. I believe that's meant to go there. I can't remember exactly how this was meant to be dug out, but that feels correct. So there's a few homes to be built over there now as well. Are my troops so much better than his opponents, or am I just that good at targeting weaklings? I'm mostly good at targeting weaklings, but I've hired some really well-equipped dwarven mercenaries, and they are putting in the work. They're not actually that much better. They just have better gear. I basically robbed a bandit. I killed a bandit, took his loot, and then hired a group of bandits, is how it worked. But I think with the conquest of our first two territories, why don't we cut our first video here today, and we'll have everybody come back and join us, see how it goes in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.